Hi guys, it's Mackenzie. I'm here to talk to you today about the educational tool of Nearpod. So, first, what is it? It's an interactive lesson site, and these lessons come in slideshow forms. So, what you do is you click on a lesson, and it comes up in a slideshow form, and it gives students um, a, a code to enter the class, into the lesson. So, they get out their device, they can use a phone, a tablet, a computer, and they go to the website, nearpod.com, and type in the lesson code, and they join in on the lesson. So in this lesson, there are real-time data collection tools. So they might be in a lesson and a question pops up, and on the device, the students can follow along on their device. And when a question pops up, they can interact with it, and it sends to the screen in front of the whole class, and it shows data. So also on this site, there are pre-made lessons that you can buy because you do have to pay for this site. So they're about $3, the ones that I saw. A lot of them are like $3, $3 to $5. Or you can create your own. So if you don't want to pay and you want to have your own specific content, you can create your own. So the features of Nearpod are that they are pre-made lessons for all grade levels and subjects. So when I went on there, there are kindergarten through 12th grade lessons and in all sorts of subjects. So I just kind of played around and looked at all the different ones. As I said, there is real time data collection. So in these lessons, there are surveys, polls, questions, and it just shows how the class is coming along with the lesson, and you can see real time data. Along with the lessons for the class, interactive lessons for the class, there are student paced lessons. So if a student doesn't want to be a part of the whole class lesson, they can click on the same lesson and go at their own pace, and they're not included in the data collection of the larger scale of the class. Also, as I said, you can create your own lessons to share, and some people put their lessons up for free, and other people put their lessons up that you had to pay for. So this website meets net standards, three of them. So the first one is basic operations and concepts, which is students should demonstrate a sound understanding of the nature and operations of technology systems and our provision in the use of technology. So obviously, students need to be able to use their own devices to log onto the internet and to join the lesson by using the class code provided. The next net standard is technology productivity tools. And so this is using technology to enhance learning, increase productivity, and promote creativity. And so students can use their own devices to interact with these lessons, and obviously this is different from the same old boring lesson where the teacher sits up at the front of the room and and just speaks. These kids can interact with the lesson, and this will hopefully enhance learning, whereas meeting the standard. So the next standard is technology communication tools. And so this is using telecommunications to collaborate, publish, and interact with peers, experts, and others. So when like I talked about the data collection, the real-time data collection, these kids are interacting with the lesson, and they're also interacting with their peers because their peers can see what they answered to a certain question or a survey or a poll, and the teacher can also see this. So this is interacting with their peers and experts, which would be the teacher. On the privacy of this site, I looked in the terms and conditions, and you have to, like I said before, you have to purchase access to the site. It isn't free, unfortunately. Districts can buy access, and when they do, school administrators will have access to a private library of lessons that the teachers in that district have created. And the teachers in the district that created these lessons, they can either, like I said before, um, share them for free or have people pay money to use their own lessons. Um, Also, this website is intended for educational use only, so both public and private, it said. So this isn't violating any copyright if a teacher wanted to show this lesson to the whole class because it's intended for public or private educational use. So I'm going to log on to the website and show you how to use it. So first of all, you're going to pull up your web browser on Google. So just type in Nearpod, pops up. This is the website that you will see when you come. You can enter a code right here. So if I were to pull up a lesson on social studies, it would give you a room code, and the students would log onto the website and enter the code here. You have to log in, so I'm going to create a free teacher account. I'm going to sign in with my Google account. Okay, so here we are. If you signed in for your free teacher account, you should come here. So you can go to your library. I don't have anything saved yet. You can explore, which I'm going to do right now, and I'll show you the different grade levels and lessons that they have. So like I said before, there are lessons. There's like so many lessons that you can find, but they cost money. Some of them are free. You have to kind of find them. So if I filter this, I can filter it by the free or the paid. So I'm going to go to free. Let's do grade first. Let's do second grade, and let's pick science. And then I can search these lessons. These are free. So you can see there's a bunch of free ones. And so let's do this. So if I click on this, I can either add it to my library so I can have access to it, and I can preview this. So what this would be was, okay. So what you do is, if I had access, if I bought access to the site, I could show this to my students and it would give it a room code. So these students could follow along on their devices. So if we're going through, so the students on their device would have the same thing pop up, so we can mark an X on the ones that do not belong. So you can cross it off, and students could do that on their device too, so it's interactive. I'm gonna try to find one with a survey, because there was a, let's filter this again. So I found one with a survey in it before, and I want to show that. So I'm gonna go to math, and it was third grade math, and it's free, so I'll search this, and okay. So if I preview this, so there's a poll that pops up. So students on their device, they would have it on their device, and the students can click on it on their device, and it shows up on the screen. So these options, so after that, it would pop up and it'd be a poll, and then there's a draw it section. So all these different slides have all these different lessons. There's so many of them. They have different interactive activities that the class can do with the lessons, so that's really neat. I think I would definitely use this for my future classroom, just because it is such a cool, unique thing, and it's very interactive, and it's different from same old boring lesson. Unfortunately, you do have to buy it, but it's a good investment. So there you have it. There's Nearpod, and I hope you learned a little bit about it.